Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome on into the Swear Word. I'm your host, Brandon Swear, and hey, this is a podcast for the chilihead community by the chilihead community. Regardless of your spice tolerance, this is the place for you. Up tonight, we have an amazing episode on deck. We have a great guest and, of course, a product on Hot or Not. So, episode 190 starts now. What's going on, Swear Nation? So glad to have everyone here. Whether you're tuning in on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, and or Apple Podcasts, thank you so much for being here and continuing to make this podcast what it is. Up tonight, we have William of Inka Shaman here as our guest tonight. This is one of the hot sauce companies that I have recently discovered that has absolutely captivated and caught my attention, both on a visual presentation and then ingredient choice and flavor profiling throughout there with a nice, well-balanced heat. Absolutely phenomenal stuff there. And then, of course, we have one product on Hot or Not as well from Inka Shaman Hot Sauce. So we'll be diving into those. If you've tried any of the Inka Shaman products, go ahead and let me know down below which product is your favorite from the lineup and how you like to use it best. But let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump it on over to Hot or Not. All right, hey, welcome on into Hot or Not. It's been a little bit since one of these have been into the podcast. So just for anyone that might be just tuning in and catching up to where we are at now, I like to do things a little bit different here. I don't like to do a 1 out of 10 scale. I used a 1 out of 5, and that's based off of 5 different categories. Those are based on heat, aroma, flavor, versatility, and burn. And yes, I do think heat and burn are 2 different things. I categorize heat as that first max 30-second window of what you're feeling and exactly that overall heat that you're capturing. That burn is that post 30 seconds. Where does it sit? How does it sit? Does it amplify? Does it migrate? All of these things come into factor for the burn. Now, the other thing I don't like to do is read the ingredients ahead of time. I like to let my taste buds do the exploration. Now, let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump into that very first sauce. This one here is their chara pizza sauce. Now, great visual color from this sauce there. As you can see, bright, vibrant yellow. And then that beautiful branding. I love the overall front strip here on the overall bottle label. So you really get to experience the journey that they're taking you on even before we crack open this bottle and take a look at it. So that part is super cool and captivating to me. But as always, I do not read the ingredients ahead of time. I like to let my taste buds do the exploration. And we're going to go ahead and jump on into this one here. Give that a good shake. For those that are keeping track, no, there is not a perforation on the cellophane. No worries, no harm, no foul. Go ahead and bump this with the back of the spoon. Now, go ahead and slide that right on off. And voila. Give it another good shake just to make sure and crack this one on open. Beautiful aroma. Oh my gosh, so amazing. Very savory, nice depth there. You're getting much more of the savory notes. You're getting a little bit of, you're definitely picking up the pepper body throughout. That char pizza note is really carried forward throughout that. But honestly, I'm salivating like crazy over this sauce. But let's go ahead and just give this one a good pour here. So as we can see here, nice medium consistency. It has a good hold, but it definitely is able to flow nicely. This is going to be one of those that has a nice hold whenever you're using this on your food. You don't have to worry about it running away from you, and you're still going to be able to, really appreciate the sauce and it not get lost in what you're eating. Beautiful, same aroma, strong on the spoon, just like in the bottle. So amazing. All right, let's go ahead and grab some of this here. Cheers. I did make a little bit of a mess there. Got too carried away trying to pay attention to how amazing that experience was. But let's talk about that sauce, because right off the bat, I gotta go back in and get a little bit more. So good. So savory right off the bat. Beautiful charapita flavor and body carried throughout this. It tastes like there might be a little bit of garlic in there. I'm not too certain. Garlic or onion, something like that going on, but maybe not. And then you have a nice, very smooth, savory body to this sauce, and a beautiful sizzle that gives the upper part of the roof of the mouth, bottom of the mouth, tongue, the back of the mouth, just a nice sizzle carrying forward through there. But let me get some more here. A nice finish too, towards the end of a nice little, just clean, crisp. It's almost like a spicy salt at the end, and it has just like adds layers and depth to this. I don't know how to explain it other than it is utilizing minimal ingredients to extrapolate a big overall flavor profile. So absolutely phenomenal. So if you are just starting out, this would be a sauce that you would be able to use. It would push you probably to your levels of comfort, but you would still be able to enjoy it. As to where if you are a seasoned chili head that's always pushing yourself, you're always working on your own personal best, this is going to be a solid medium heat sauce to you all day long. But do not sleep on this one. Absolutely cram-packed with flavor, tons of versatility, tons of use cases. I can see this going very well in mixed drinks with any kind of fried food, grilled food, ceviche, rice dishes, veggies and rice, all these different combinations, soups, sandwiches, burgers, pizzas, tacos, you name it. This is going to lend itself phenomenally there, as well as one of my favorite ways of utilizing a nice, strong, flavorful sauce like this that has just that right amount of balance of heat. This is going to be an absolute home run for utilizing as a salad dressing as the base to it, right? Phenomenal. Can't wait to work that on in there. This is also going to be great with, say, mixing into like a coleslaw or some kind of like a cold salad like that. Give it a nice bright pop of flavor, of that savoriness, as well as a nice kiss of that heat. So phenomenal stuff there. Really, the burn is much more noticeable than the initial heat. The heat is quick, but the burn is where it starts to set into really the back of the mouth and ramp up. From there, it's nothing too crazy. It does dwindle down respectively as it's had its half-life really being in your mouth. And really from there, you're just kind of cascaded with that savory body throughout this. From Inka Shaman hot sauce, this is the charapita chili sauce. The ingredients are charapita chili peppers, cocona fruit, water, white cane vinegar, and salt and garlic. Absolutely very well done on that. And something that I noticed here as well, they have a follow us with the QR code on the bottle. So very cool. You're able to really be able to get, tapped in, follow along with what they have going on. As I mentioned before, Peruvian hot sauce, very unique use of overall pepper choices and the overall ingredients in here. One in particular is this cocona fruit. Now, to put this in a very simplistic, easy to understand way, this fruit here is what it would be, looks like, to take a tomato and an eggplant and kind of mix those two together as far as what you would be seeing. So it is also a nightshade. So I love the fact the use case of more nightshades with nightshades. So I love that part there. And as you're all aware, the nightshades, peppers being a nightshade, and then obviously the cocona fruit being a nightshade, you kind of have that really playing in. Well, I think that's what's helping carrying that body, that kind of slight texture to the sauce, and really allowing that charapita pepper to sing forward and strong. If you enjoyed the products that were featured here on Hot or Not, I'll have the direct link down below for it, as well as a link to the main site so you can check out the full lineup of amazing products from Inka Shaman Hot Sauce. But let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump it on over to tonight's discussion. Hey, William, how's it going?
Good, good. How you doing, man? Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. Glad to have you here. Obviously, blown away by your presence at Zest Fest. Y'all had a great thing going, from the visual appeal to the story to the flavor journey. Everything was well executed. So honored to have you here.
Okay, now my honor to be with you. That was great to be in the Zest Festival. We had a good time.
Well, glad that it went well for you as well. Now, the one set question here, and the only thing that's really the actual question to this all, which is what got you into liking spicy food? And then what was the moment that you decided, I'm going to start making my own spicy products?
Well, the one maybe the first thing I did is tested the hot sauce. We start with the rocoto with panca. That was like a wow for me, because my partner making Peru, so I joined with him to do the company.
Mm-hmm.
I say this is gonna be a good product for USA. Also, I always like to help people. The all the people grow the peppers. Everything is a big family behind me. That was a thing I want to say. Right now, because that's the reason I started this business.
Very nice. Well, and I guess you've already kind of touched on that a little bit too, which is from a grow perspective, from a sourcing perspective, are you all doing this internally, like through your own, either your personal grow or through a network of growers that you know locally, or how does that work?
Yeah, we have our lands, but also we help the local people. When they grow the peppers, we buy from these people. So that's the idea.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love it. Now, as far as your overall, just, I guess, creative inspiration to this all, obviously starting with the Rocoto, what was kind of the inspiration journey behind, say, some of your sauces? Or actually, which was was the Rocoto the very first?
The very first was rocoto with panca, and then the limo chili. Well, limo chili has a little bit history about the Peruvian food.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you like Peruvian food, you know a little bit about it. We have a dish called ceviche.
Mm-hmm.
So the pepper we use for ceviche is the limo chili. You know, so that's was the inspiration also. No, these two products coming first.
Okay. All right. I like it here. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up the website here for everyone that's watching, listening. This is Inka Shaman hot sauce. Also, how did you come up with the name Inka Shaman for your sauce line? And, obviously you got some great artwork, so we'll talk about that in a second. But how did you come up with the name?
Well, the next product, the charapita, that product grows in the jungle where the shaman is very popular. It's like a doctor.
Uh-huh.
You know, in those communities. So we picked the name there, but we put in Spanish El Chaman. That was before, and then when I be attended to the Alare Expo,
Uh-huh.
I see the people here doesn't understand from where we coming from. So I changed for Inca. It's a word everybody knows. No,
Yeah.
Inca Shop. So that's the name how the name come. No,
Yeah.
because the charapita is from the jungle. And then in the jungle we have, like I said, like a shaman, spiritual things over there.
Absolutely. Well, and I love the overall graphic. I was trying to pull up some of the graphics here. This is a good representation. But of here's the label for everyone that's watching, listening. I mean, beautiful artwork, very eye capturing, eye appealing in that regard. Did you kind of have to bounce back and forth between design, or did you see this one like one time and you're like, this is it, this is going to be the label design that we're going to roll forward, or how was that process?
No, that was we have the idea from the beginnings with my partner. Um, the design catch my eyes in the first moment. The shaman in the middle, the jaguar is from the jungle,
Yeah.
the flame because it's hot. So we didn't move not too much from there.
Okay. No, I absolutely love it. I mean, bright, vibrant colors. Oftentimes I feel like, at least in the U.S. market, you get a lot of um, dark colors. Bright reds. Very, very kind of true to the overall swear word theme. And you'll see a lot more of that white, that bright red, the black, all these kind of different like little darker ambiance colors. But that
Yeah,
bright, vibrant pop, I just absolutely love it. It's so captivating, and yes, I think it definitely ends up leaning more into, uh, being able to stand out in a good way in the U.S. market, like you're mentioning.
yeah, yeah. So that was my partner has like team work in this kind of designs. Really good kids, really good guy to make the whole thing.
Yeah,
So yeah, we from the beginning we stay with that.
absolutely love it. And when I guess, how long have y'all been making sauce on a commercial level, like making it for production?
2024. We started.
2024. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. And I
Very.
guess, how did that initially start? Was it just like friends, family, or did you just jump straight into more of the market scene?
Yeah. Well, we do sound like focus group, with the family around and say,
Yeah.
test. They was testing. They all love it. Then I come on with the expo. I have a Peru Gourmet. What was one of the first one.
Uh huh.
We have really good reviews there. A lot of people start like it because in Peru we don't used to use the bottles for to have in home, to mix with the food.
Yeah.
No, in Peru we most of the people make their own hot sauces every day. You know, so here everybody like it the way it is. Yes, it's already mixed and put it in your wings or hamburgers or barbecue or whatever.
Yeah.
So the idea coming in the same moment when I was doing the expo, I had a really good reviews. First, the difference between my hot sauce, you know, and all the hot sauce around here is the pepper. You know,
Absolutely.
pepper we grow in the jungle and 3-4,000 meters. You know, so and the soil with the pepper get the the tested
Yeah.
is unbelievable. So that's the major thing, the difference between us and everybody else because nobody makes like we make here. The pepper,
Yeah.
rocoto, the panca, the limo chili, charapita. Now the mochero is a boom right now. I don't know, you do you taste my mochero? I don't know, but
Yeah.
mochero going crazy everywhere. Any place I go, the people love it. So
Absolutely.
and I'm so excited, to be all over in USA. I meet you in Texas. So I try to go every single expo is in the everywhere in USA. I went to New York, New Jersey, Texas, here in Miami. I try to get it into the population here. No.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's very well received and very well needed. And it's something I said to you as well. at the booth, which is just your unique use, as you've mentioned as well, unique use of peppers and ingredients. It is absolutely amazing. Also, the way in which you're going through and crafting these, it's not just some cut and dry type of thing. There's heart, love, and passion poured into it, and you can really experience it as you were trying these sauces, talking to you, etc. You really start to feel it, see it, and it's great. I absolutely love it, and yeah. I definitely think there needs to be more sauces that have ricotta, and definitely the charpita is absolutely phenomenal. I bet that is a bit of a pain to, obviously charpita cranks out a lot of peppers on a single plant, but obviously they're smaller. So how is that process? I mean, that's got to be a little bit of a headache at times with so many
It's,
small peppers.
yeah, it's the hardest to make because it's very small. You have to first you have to select because all the pepper have to be yellow, 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 yellow. It's not if you put some yellow with 1 point black, you're done.
Hmm.
So you have to select first, and then you have to peel one by one. It's very, uh, like I say, very unique to do it. People
Yeah.
have to like to do it.
Yeah. Well, and very true. It's a labor of love. Anytime anyone I hear is going to be growing a charpita plant, I always sit there and first of all let them know that it's not as simple as say growing another pepper. It's not that in the sense of that it needs extra nutrients or anything crazy like that. It's just in the time and labor that it takes to harvest, and then really to be able to get it all ready to go afterwards is just going to be a lot more time intensive.
Have more time.
Yeah,
And also, all my hot sauce I fermented, so take more time.
yeah, yeah. Well, I guess that's one thing I was going to ask as well. Is in Peru, is it much more common to find more fermented sauces, or are they oftentimes more cooked?
Well, no, in Peru, like I say, it's not too many auctions. We
Hmm.
are the only ones making like this because most of the people made their own hot sauces in the house. They make it. They don't
Yeah,
they don't need it. But some restaurants, some people, they like it. The way it is. The fermented.
yeah,
So we don't have much like Tabasco in Peru. We
yeah,
have, but no much. Or other Cholula, those kind of hot sauces.
yeah,
This is a little bit different. We're gonna keep like a gourmet hot
yeah,
sauce. You know, that's why we take the time to do it.
yeah. Absolutely. And so as far as like the dishes, whenever making like a traditional Peru dish, are you d- now obviously not having different hot sauces other than yours there readily available. Oftentimes when someone's making like a homemade meal, are they just chopping everything fresh to make a blended sauce right there, or they are they taking the extra steps to start doing like a ferment at home?
No, 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 no. They just everything is fresh. You use it that day, and the next day it's not on the table anymore.
Yeah, which is I guess where I was getting at with that. It's like your sauce even in Peru is going to be standing out and be very unique in that way because it's so unlike what is going to be made at home.
Exactly. Yeah. My hot you can have it for a year and a half. But you don't know how to have it. But anyways, you can every every day you want you use it. I have people, friends, especially friends back in my country. They buy every time.
Yeah,
They,
yeah,
they make a barbecue. They 3 4 bottles, and then next barbecue. Hey William, can you send me a couple bottles? It's what it is.
yeah. Hey, it's a good place to be, knowing as well that you still have, you know, those reaching out on a regular to, get some more sauce. I know you started with you said a focus group, family focus group, kind of have a tight knit thing there. How has that been? Are they still that same focus group whenever you get ready to think about a new sauce or a new product?
Well, we just have a new two sauces. Is the mochero, the one I told you,
Uh-huh.
is a boot now, and another one when I was in Texas, a lot of people like the Huacatay. So that's the mochero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely that one. And then another one I sold out that day was a Huacatay. A lot of people like the Huacatay. Isn't that? Yeah.
Yeah. The absolute
Those
absolute
two are new ones.
okay. So these two are the new ones. I mean, I think there was only one that I wasn't able to because I think it was already sold out by that time. So I'll have to take a look. I know it was a yellow sauce from what I can remember. I think it might have been. I can't remember if it was a charapita.
Yeah, well, we have like three yellow, no? The mochero, the one I told you is
Yeah.
new. And the next what you see on your screen is the Huacatay, the yellow chili and
Yep.
Huacatay. Those are two new. And
Okay.
then the yellow you see is the charapita. We have that for a long time.
Okay.
Very, very good tested here. Everybody like it.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is also that kind of sauce you can mix with everything. You can mix with the charapita. You can go, I don't know, with fish, meat, anything. Even the pizza
Yeah.
goes. Even the pizza goes well.
Absolutely. I mean, the beauty of it too is the versatility to these sauces. I mean, you're not limited by really much. I mean, there's probably not as many use applications with desserts. But other than that, everything is just absolutely spot on. Max versatility, if you will, to that. This one is one of my personal favorites. I remember from Zest Fest, which was the eggplant ricotta. I
Uh,
absolutely love the depth of the eggplant and that onion in there, and of course the ricotta has that beautiful body carried forward through there, and it's a nice, I would say medium to mild heat, depending on where everyone's tolerance is at that's watching, listening, but absolutely phenomenal. Beauty there. You're keeping eggplant. It's a fellow nightshade in there with the peppers, which are nightshades, and it's kind of
yeah.
keeping that whole thing in the family there with the sauce feel.
hmm hmm Well, the eggplant. I have all my products. I always when I go to the expo, the ferias or whatever. People, most of the people start liking some kind of hot sauce like the limo chili. In the
Hmm.
beginning, it wasn't too good. The people, yeah, I like it, but I like more the charapita or I like more the eggplant. And then for some reason, chili goes sold out. That's the thing. I think that all the ones are a good tested. It's something. It's not no. It's not too hot.
Yeah,
It's spicy. It doesn't burn your lips or your tongue for minutes. They go away really really fast. That's it.
yeah,
That's the what I like it. It's something you can still eat in your plate.
yeah,
Because some hot sauces you go with one and then you don't enjoy what you eating.
yep.
That's what
Well,
I think.
so many people fall into that cycle, and I think we talked about it a little bit too at Zest Fest, which is there's so many different sauces and products out in the market, right? To be able to spice up your food or enhance your food and all this stuff. And oftentimes you might be captivated by a flavor from a product, right? Individually by itself. But I feel like oftentimes a lot of consumers will not think about the different use cases of it. And while that product may stand great on its own, it may not also blend well with, say, some others. And I feel like you've done a perfect job making sure that it's always nicely harmonious to be able to mix into your products.
Exactly. Yeah. We work a lot in that. The engineer alimenticio. I don't know how to say.
Yeah.
Work a lot in that and in the how to mix exactly
Yep.
so that's so good for the people.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, something that I was curious about as well is obviously one of the questions I see a lot come through the comments or sent in a direct message, which is always, what is, I know this is a little bit hard to do, it's making you pick one of your favorite children, but which one is your favorite for like right now, for like an everyday use? Where do you like to fall?
For me, I'm still with Charapita.
Char okay. Let's
Yeah,
go ahead and pull that one back up for everyone. So the char here, once again,
that one.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful sauce. Now, something as far as a step further to that, which is as far as a favorite dish that you like to pair this with. Do you like to keep it very just simple, or is there something that's like really kind of soothes the soul, makes you feel, I guess, that comfort level to whenever you're eating the sauce? Is there like a dish that you like to pair with it?
with the Charapita, I
Yeah.
mix with everything. I mix with everything. I don't know, like when I do like a barbecue in my house,
Uh huh.
I have the Charapita for sure. I make some fish or something like that. I put the Charapita there. Everything and sandwich, the wings also goes very well.
Yep.
You know, um, the thing I like it also, and all my hot sauces. But and this one especially is you feel the hot, spicy right there, but goes away quickly.
Yep.
Drink some is not anymore, so you can start eating again and put some more. That's it.
Ab-
That's the thing I find out also in Charapita. I put like five different um hot sauces. Charapita is the one goes fast. Everybody goes, So that's another thing I like for Charapita. No,
yeah.
everybody, even the kids,
Yeah.
even the kids, they love it. They love it. I had
Absolutely.
a video I know that I'm gonna share with you because I have my grandchild do the testing with friends,
Uh huh.
and they all go with Charapita because, like I say, it's spicy, but not that spicy, and goes away fast.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. As far as being able to bring in younger generations into liking spicy food, etc., expanding the palate, because I feel like speaking to the traditional, I guess, average American, if you will, I feel like oftentimes, at least these days, you're seeing more people getting used to like staying where they're comfortable within that boundary without really expanding that reach and trying new things. And so I love the fact that you're able to, have that connection to continue to push, obviously, the spicy community as a whole, push that flavor, push that culture, push that passion, that love, everything in there.
That's my goal. That's my goal. I want to put for my country,
Mm-hmm.
now Peruvian food is the one of the first. The best restaurant in the world last year is from Peru, called Central. And they use the same peppers I use it in my hot sauces. So I'm in the right uh, road to grow with my peppers and let everybody try the Peruvian culture. The what and this the rocoto, those peppers is have years and years, from the Incas. That's a
Mm-hmm.
good thing. We didn't change.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and I think very well said in that regard of the path forward, the road forward that you have ahead of you is widely, a wide array of possibilities, but like destined to be able to hit success because of all the great key components to what you have going on. And one of the major reasons why it was so captivating at Zest Fest when meeting y'all, which was obviously the story, the everything just about it. It definitely one of the newer to me companies that has really kind of caught my attention in a good way. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to see that growth happen, and I can't wait to watch that continue. Um, Something I wanted to point out as well is on your website, you do have some nice recipes. So for anyone that's watching, listening, grabbing some sauce, you're trying to
Yeah,
figure out, okay, I know how I would use this, but what are some other avenues in which I can also use these products? So you have obviously your spicy wings, you have some nachos, you have a burger in there, you have the meatball sandwich, and that meatball sandwich absolutely sounds phenomenal. Then you have the Korean style chicken tender recipe. These are just a few great ways to use this. And as far as other fun, creative ways, I know that I have mentioned quite a few different avenues, but there's still so much more. The one thing I always like to lean into and say here for whenever talking to anyone that's curious about ways in which a product can be used, it's only limited by your imagination. Like some of these could go phenomenal in a drink. Some of these could go phenomenal as a marinade. They could go great, any step throughout the process, you could find a great use case in which it would benefit.
yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. Like, so, I'm gonna say in Peru, we have a lot of Chinese influence in Peru. We call chifa. It's like a Chinese food.
Hmm.
So that's why we create this one, the pineapple, because it's a little bit sweet. So for Asian food, for Chinese food, I use that one, the pineapple. Goes very, very, very well. And like I say, we have a lot of dishes, different cultures, different. Mexico have different one, Puerto Rico different one, but the one goes with everything. Like I say, is the charapita
Yep.
goes well. And now we're feeling like mochero and guacataya start doing really good, really good.
Yeah.
And that's what I make it. And you may maybe next year or in a couple of years we have like 300 different peppers in Peru.
Wow.
They all different color, different tested, different size. So my we start with this. We start with five. Now we have seven. I'm pretty sure in the future I'm gonna start bringing more flavors here. Different one, different colors.
Yeah.
So and also we have a different like the one, the charapita is mixed with a fruit called cocona. No, here nobody know what is cocona,
Yeah.
but has a little has a very good proteins things you can eat it.
Okay.
That's I think this is like a something a plus in my hot sauces.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I mean, being able to have that layer of depth, that exposure to new things is amazing. And I guess to dive into that, you said over, I think, 300 peppers in Peru. Now, a question for you on that: how many of those 300 do you think are specific to Peru, or are those 300 also jointly shared like everywhere, right? Like you have the wild peppers versus the ones that are more cultivated and spread
Yeah,
around.
the one is more cultivated is the rocoto,
Hmm.
the most popular, no?
Yeah,
But we also, because we work also with university in
yeah,
Peru, um, so we went and they show us, look how many peppers we had here. So I'm gonna put in the Instagram or somewhere, the different peppers we had, because my country is, I'm gonna say we have the coast, cell, the jungle, the mountains. So in different parts in Peru,
yeah.
different soil, different water, different sun. Everything is different. So change the flavor and the peppers. So the one mochero, for example, from the north of Peru, goes very almost on the same level in the ocean. Charapita, 4,000 feet, in the jungle,
Yep.
and it's different. It's different. That's the thing. we have so many peppers in Peru to bring it in here. The people can test it. Even in Peru, we don't test all the ones. Just the popular, like I said, rocoto, the panca, the ajilimo, because the ceviche,
Yep.
those.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and just thinking to a handful of folks, one in particular that pops in mind that is much more avid on the exploration side of things. But a good, he's been on the podcast before, good friend, etc. But Rich Blood, a pepper guru, often will do. He'll go travel different parts of the world and hunt for you know native peppers, right? And he'll always have just like he likes to take great photos of them and document and all that stuff. And really, it's about exposure. It's about understanding, you know, different areas, different grows, different peppers, all the uniqueness throughout it. And it's a very cool and very fascinating. So that's what kind of provoked that thought of wondering how many of those might not be uh, I guess, known by the U.S. market per se.
Yeah. Well, it's USA just start getting here the we say ajilimo is the limo chili,
Mm-hmm.
rocoto. No, some is, distributors here they have it in the store, right? Like the whole pepper.
Yeah.
It's a lot of old kind of peppers, new ones. So I'm so excited to go step by step, to start growing with all the peppers, different pepper for different parts of Peru.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited for that. And we didn't go yet to southern Peru. There's a different, all kinds of different peppers there. So we're gonna see what is gonna happen later on.
Yeah. Hey, I'm excited for that. That sounds very cool. One thing that I feel like is probably often asked, but there's probably more people watching and listening that would also not fully know. But what is something that if we were to go today to Peru, what is something that would be um, eye opening or something that we wouldn't expect to know that would be definitely one that you wouldn't want to miss out on? Like, what is a main thing that you would want to see or do in Peru?
Well, I didn't get it your question. So
Yeah. No
about.
worries. What is something that is specific to Peru that if you were to go there, you were like, this is something that like a tourist type thing. Like you're gonna want to go check this out. But obviously, not the generic. We can look it up on Google tourist thing. But like, if there was something that like stands out to you, and you're like, oh, if you didn't see this while you were in Peru, you didn't see Peru.
Oh well, the jungle. I was like a month and a half in the jungle. Is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The whole, everything and how to get there
Uh huh.
is a little bit different. Um, the the altitude. You go with the car, and then you think you already are in the mountain, and then you not are in the mountain. It's another mountain on top of you, and then you see people there, working. Very nice people, um, very and friendly. You
Yeah.
know, when I get there, I love it. I love to help the kids, the little boys. My country, in some part of my country, is very poor. So that's something I want to do in the future. We are doing it a little bit, to
Mm-hmm.
help, people over there,
Yeah.
because it's poor, But the,
Yeah.
the thing I get in my country is a lot of things. The jungle, well, Machu Picchu, the popular, and then the beaches are for surfing. Peru is one of the best, you know. We have a lot of things to, going on in Peru.
Yeah.
But with the peppers, I have a good experience. Go to the jungle, go to the northern Peru is also very good. The food you can believe what you eat there. It's all the dishes we had it, all kind of dishes we have in different parts. It's unbelievable. It's something you cannot miss it. you're not gonna go to Peru and asking for a hamburger,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
you're asking for something typical in Peru, and we have really good reviews, and everybody goes there about the food. They all love it, no. Um, and then I don't know, it's a lot of things to know. But I point it right now because I was there, the jungle.
Yeah.
I was when I was kid, but now when I went again, everything changed. The hotels, good service, people very friendly. And then when you want to go to where we grow the peppers, the the road, everything is beautiful. No? Rains, sometimes rains, no rain. The rainbow right next to you. You say, "What? I'm too close to the rainbow." It's a lot of things good, and and fun.
Yeah. Well, and I think you hit it perfectly as far as like there's not enough ways to describe everything to do, but captivating and painting that picture mentally in our minds of things to do and things that are exciting, the must do's, must see type of thing is very cool. And something that you had mentioned throughout there, which is the idea of being very nature rich, very experience rich in that regard. Just the sheer beauty of everything from what you just described sounds like a lot more of really what everyone needs is to be able to have that time to unplug and just plug into nature and life.
Oh, that this is one of my dreams. Bring
Yeah.
people from here, disconnect
Yep.
from USA, go one week in the jungle. You're gonna feel, the natural way. How is the world in different parts of the? It's totally different. The
Yeah.
everything is beautiful. From you wake up in the middle of the jungle, and then you start seeing the sun is coming out, and then you see the I don't know, the birds, animals, beautiful to see. So you looking something to be like a relaxed, spiritual. Really, at night you go at night spiritual. You see the stars, and you see a lot of things going on in the sky you never see here. But right there, I don't know. It's the place to do. It's the place to be. You want to be, come with your family. Your kids are gonna enjoy it. You come with, the kids
Yeah.
love it. The river, the trees. I don't know the birds, the animals. You can see I don't know how you say toucan, maybe
Yeah. Yeah.
toucan.
Yeah.
The parrots flying around you. It's beautiful.
That
It's
is
beautiful.
that sounds amazing. And yeah, definitely on the bucket list of places to go is Peru. Just from simply talking to you and hearing the amazing things that we could possibly be doing there. Obviously the jungle aspect is super fascinating to me. I like being out there in nature. How, uh, one thing that's always, I guess, talked about, which is obviously being out in nature. You are the one that's out of your element. You are in their element, right? For the animals, the bugs, and all the things, right? How
Yeah,
is it from a bug standpoint? I know Texas, we have tons of mosquitoes and all these things like constantly
it is.
just in your face. Is it similar or different?
It is a tons of mosquitoes. But you know what? And in some point, when you just get there, everything is like here. Minutes after, you start enjoying too much the view you have, and you
Yep.
forgot it. You
Yep.
forgot about it. But you obviously you need to bring your spray, your repellent, things. But it's a lot. You're in jungle,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and you ants, spider everywhere, but you don't care. After in the beginning, you oh wow, the butterfly, start
Yeah.
doing things, but then you're there.
Yeah.
You
Well,
forgot about it.
yeah, and I guess to that point, which is kind of where I was getting at with that, which is ultimately you have so many people that are watching. They're scrolling through their phone, they're watching from like different parts of the world. Oh, like this looks beautiful, that looks beautiful, so on and so forth. But then I think oftentimes, people are caught by the glamour of what they see through their phone without actually fully experiencing it. And then whenever they're fully experiencing it, they're so distracted by the things that they neglected to think about that were just going to naturally happen, like the bugs, the animals, and all this stuff. Like as I mentioned earlier, it's simply us implanting ourselves into their environment. Like we are coexisting in that environment with those animals, with those bugs, with everything, right? So
Mhm.
it's just to be able to be out there, peace and silence, just the animals, just the natural nature noises, and no phone, no nothing. That sounds perfect to me.
It's beautiful. At night, it's beautiful, beautiful. You know, you don't see one, light on top of you. You see just the sky.
Mm,
That's your roof, the
yeah,
sky.
yeah,
You know, and my cousin, he lived there, and he told me about the UFO. They see all the time
yeah,
those things. So I didn't. I want to, but no, it wasn't for me that day. But this is
yeah,
something that a lot of people goes over there to see those things.
yeah. Well, that's the fun and interesting part about obviously being here with tons of lights and all the things. You kind of get the skyline hidden from you, if you will, because of all the artificial lights. But
Mhm.
then you'll also hear, and this is the part where as more satellites are launched from Starlink and all this other stuff, I wonder how much it's going to start disrupting areas that don't have like so many artificial lights, because now you'll see you know the trail of that satellite running
Yeah,
across or what have you.
yeah. Everything is so natural over there.
Yeah.
You go to the city first.
Hmm.
That's the if you want to really enjoy, you have to go 1 hour or hour and a half away from there, and then you are in the jungle. And then is when you're gonna have more fun there. All the natural there is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, I could talk about that part all day long, but I do want to ask, as far as a business standpoint, where are your goals and trajectory? I know 2024, you said you just started. Obviously, we're in 2026 now. Where are you looking at growing the business in the next, say, 3 years? Where are you wanting to be?
Well, in 3 years, I'm gonna be in every home. you know, it's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Um, we put a lot of time, a lot of investment. Sometimes we go down, but and then I go to one expo and I see, oh wow, you have a good product or whatever. And then coming back my team, But the from here, from today in 3 years, maybe see me in the jungle.
Hey.
Take it, take my friends. Hey, come over, my friend.
Yep.
Just live your day, your every day. I'm 62 years old. I've been working all my life, so now I'm starting to enjoy a little bit. My vacation, my thing
Yeah.
is be better. So,
Well, looking
um,
great for 62, that's for sure.
oh, thank you. Yeah, but I don't know. In 3 years, I've been thinking. Well, hot ones is one of my goals. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
that's a definitely a good goal to be reaching towards. Obviously, that allows you to be put into a light where there is more eyes on from, say, people that are not just specifically looking for spicy things, but maybe they're captivated by whoever's the guest, right? And so it gets a good light shined on your product as it does for everyone that's on there. So that would be pretty cool and interesting. Is the I guess from a production standpoint, I know this is oftentimes a little bit more of a hurdle for most folks, which is going into, say, like a bigger box chain store. Is that something that you have in mind, or is that something you kind of want to stay away from?
Yes, yes, yes. This is something I have in mind. Yeah,
Very
we
nice.
like to big stores, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something we find there.
Okay. Yeah, that market obviously very competitive, very much a who you know. It seems like type of a scenario to be able to have those kind of conversations happen. But yeah, I could definitely see where if your products were sitting there next to quite a few of these that are just thinking to my
Big
local
ones.
HEB or Kroger or whatever around me, that it just would end up not even being a fair fight.
Yeah,
But once again, it's all about getting that name out there, getting the people to try it, etc. All that takes time. But
the one thing I like it, you know, and for example in Texas,
mm-hmm.
um, I even uh, I even couldn't sell something because they say, no, I know you, it's good. I already tested. I never been to Texas, but people are starting knowing my product. You know, that made me good. And then as people say, oh, you know what, I test, but I just get here. I'm gonna come back,
Yeah,
and people
yep,
come back to, you know. So that means something for me. You know, people start know who I am, you know, with my product, and people come back to buy. That's means something. So I think I'm in a good way to go bigger.
yeah,
So let's see what happen.
yeah.
You know, when you wanna grow, is the people, is the, you know, the population is gonna let, put you up. You know, it's not because I had the cheaper or the expensive or no, no. It's the people that start testing and say, oh wow, this is good, so
Yep.
I'm gonna buy it again.
The product
So
really speaking for itself in that regard. And yes,
uh,
I think you've been able to execute that perfectly. And so very nice to see that as well. Something that oftentimes you're working through, you're getting things going. Is there a I know we mentioned Zest Fest a little bit, but I guess from a overall, I guess we'll talk about it this way. From a global perspective, where do you tend to sell the most sauce right now? Is it in Peru? Is it in the U.S. market? Is it in the U.K. market? Where does this at?
no, USA market. We
Okay,
pointed there. We pointed
okay,
here. Yeah.
okay. And
Yeah.
is there a do you track it from a state level? Like, is there a state that kind of tends to do more volume for you, more sales coming from?
Um, mm, I don't know. Um, I really don't know. No, New York is one of the places I think is, you know, is gonna be.
Yeah,
You know, we are here in Miami where everybody knows. You know,
yeah.
in Miami we're doing good. You know, but New York I think is one of the places I think is gonna pop up. You know.
Oh yeah. Well, and you have that whole that group that will go from New York down to Florida and then flip flop between the seasons. So I can see where that would be an easy transition to grab some of those that come down to Florida for vacation for a part of the year, whatever the case may be, before they go back up to New York. And so I can see where that would be a nice, easy, smooth transition of being able to have your brand really explode in New York as it is in Florida as well. So
Mhm.
very, very cool.
Yeah, we wanna we was last year and this year on the New York Hot Sauces Expo.
Hmm.
We have we have really good reviews there. We sold out also, you know, in
Very
a
nice.
couple hot sauces. I think we're gonna start follow these people, you know, all over.
Yeah. Uh,
It's a good. Um, they do like a good expo everywhere they go in. So I want to follow those people.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. The the group that puts that on does a phenomenal job. They have multiple different states that they go through. I have yet. This year, well, I was supposed to go to the New Mexico one, and then I had a snafu. My transmission broke on my car. I didn't end up going, and now I'm kicking myself for it. but that is definitely on my bucket list of things to go. Is obviously New Mexico, New York, the Chicago one, etc. Just like keep going down the line of as you're saying, truly that circuit, if you will, of great events that are put on, and really be able to immerse myself in them, because I've heard from those that are vending and those that attend the event. Both of them love it. They always talk about it. It's a great time, great experience, and very true to I guess really any kind of hot sauce event or expo or festival or whatever you want to call it. They all reside on the same goals and morals, and I really like that because it's more of a community driven thing. It's about building each other up, and
Mhm.
so it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
So okay, all right. Well, I guess really from here, the other thing I was going to end up talking to you about briefly was your just what was your, I guess, your favorite kind of takeaway, or has there been a moment from your experience in the business that has like kind of shocked you? You caught you off guard? Has there been something that was like pretty fun or interesting that you didn't expect?
Um, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know I kind of jumped all over with that question too. So, is there something that has like impressed you, or left a good impression upon you um, during your time making sauce and going around to these different events or interactions with others?
like a what overwhelming response for the people.
Yeah, yeah, like an overwhelming response, or like something that just you weren't expecting. Um, I'm very true to like what you were saying earlier. There's those times where you're working in the business and you feel like things might be you're kind of losing the motivation, and then you hear something great, and then you build up that motivation. Has there been one of those moments where maybe it caught you off guard, and that's what kind of gave you that kind of build back up? Has there been one of those that
Uh,
really stand out to you?
yeah, well, the conversation I had with the, I don't know. I don't know what to say in that. Um, let me see here.
Yeah,
The the maybe, no, I don't know, connection with the people,
yeah,
something like, you know.
yeah.
I
Okay.
I like that. The connection with the people here. It's totally different when everywhere I go in. Like Miami, different people. New York, different people. Texas, different people. Though they're all beautiful people. Texas, I had a good time, really good. Everybody was so nice with us.
Yeah.
The Even the organization, the people, my neighbors around when you coming in. Everybody nice people. So that's what I like. I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, this next part here is the nugget of knowledge. And now with the nugget of knowledge, this is a tip that you would give to say somebody that is we'll frame it in this way. Someone that is new to the business of making any kind of spicy product, or they're making a spicy sauce or powder or a spicy treat or whatever. But they have something in their mind that they want to make, but maybe are just on the fence. They don't know if they should or shouldn't do it. What would be your advice to those folks?
So that sound some kind of tips, no? Not something like I can
Yeah,
say.
like a tip or something, words of encouragement or clarity.
Yeah, for me, one of the things I like for the hot sauces and to say that people make hot sauces, you know, make something easy to mix with any kind of food, but
Hmm.
easy to eat it. Not for me. It's too hot. It's too much. Some people like it. I know I'm the business in the hot sauces, but I think if you just lower the level a little bit, is more for the people. You're gonna catch more people like the flavor and the people like the hottest. I think so. That's one of the tips. No, don't make too hot.
Okay. All right. Very good nugget of knowledge there. Now, this next part is the hot seat nomination. This is a spot where you get to name someone that you think would be a great guest for the show.
Some of the producers, you say?
Yeah, anyone that is within the world of spice. So, like, they either produce their own product, or they grow their own peppers, or it could be kind of anything in that wheelhouse.
Well, what is his name? Josue. I like his sauces. Hold on, let me remember. Saber.
Oh,
I
Severe
think it's
Foods. Yeah.
Saber food. I like him. I like him. I like the products also.
Okay. Well, Severe Foods, I definitely will have back on. There's so much more we got to dive into. Been talking back and forth on a few things there. So thank you for that nomination. And we'll definitely set up a time to have him come on the podcast as well and dive deeper into that conversation. Now, this last part here is for those that are just audio only listeners. How can they find you? Where can they find you? And any kind of announcements you want to make? This is a great time for that.
Well, I have my website. You show up not too long ago the website. We are in Jupiter, Florida. Um, I don't know what else I can say. Um,
Do you have any
uh,
upcoming events or markets or anything that you want to let everyone know
yeah,
about?
we are doing some I think I'm gonna be in Tennessee. They wanna do the New York. The same people. I think I'm
No?
gonna be there. I'm gonna be in the fest and Peruvian fest right here in Miami. We have one in Orlando. I don't know, remember what's the name in Orlando? Orlando Fire Fest. Yeah, I'm gonna be there in those. But for me, the best way to find me is in the link you already put
No?
in your, the website, and then yeah, I'm open to do anything. With if somebody wants to buy for the restaurants, or somebody wants to send some samples, I can send it. I'm happy to do it. Um, yeah, we have the Inka Shaman Sauce.com is the website.
Okay. All right.
And
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much
Okay.
everything. All
Well,
right.
well, William, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on here, learning about Inka Shaman, a hot sauce, and really diving into how you got started and the quick backstory on it. And, obviously fun talking about Peru and how, what to expect, all the things, but still so much more we can dive into. And obviously so much more road ahead of you to be able to conquer. So looking forward to having you back on, talking about some of those wins and how things have been going.
Okay, thank you, Brandon. Very nice to meet you. We finally do the interview, so
Yep.
that was good. I love it. I like it, and I know in the future I'm gonna be on more peppers, more hot sauces. You know, I'm gonna be working all the time. All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. William, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Has been an absolute pleasure having you on here. If you would like to keep up with Inka Shaman hot sauce, I'll have the direct links down below, as well as a link to the main site so you can check out the full lineup of amazing products and recipes that they have posted on over there. Once again, head on over there, check these out. Phenomenal, flavor intense, with a nice amount of heat. Just beautifully balanced throughout. So highly recommend checking these on out. As I have mentioned before, this is one of the most recent companies that has absolutely captivated and caught my attention. So head on over there and check out those products. If you would like to check out the product that was featured here tonight, I'll have the direct link down below for it as well. Also, want to say thank you so much to those that have been rocking and rolling with the podcast since day one, all the way to those that have just recently found the podcast and have been inquiring and reaching out. Thank you so much for everything that y'all have been able to do. Continue to share this out with other like-minded chili heads or individuals that are curious about the world of hot, because this is where you can find everything to do with the world of hot. Also, we have sponsorship opportunities available for the podcast. So if you're looking to sponsor the podcast, have a featured segment within the podcast, reach on out. on theswearword.net or reach out via socials and we'll get that started. If you are on a platform that allows for a rating and review of the podcast, please go ahead and do so. Give us a 5-star review that helps get in front of the algorithm and get in front of more chiliheads or individuals that are just curious about the world of hot, because this is where you find everything to do with the world of hot. Now, for our sponsors, podvision.io. If you're looking to grow your brand, start your brand, you've hit a bump in the road, you're trying to figure things out, highly recommend checking out podvision.io for all of those needs, as well as webdx.one. Maybe you have an online website. Maybe you had a guy at one time and you lost contact with him. Maybe you never got around to building a website. Highly recommend checking out webdx.one. Best of all, they get you looking great online so you get to focus on what you do best. I'm Brendan Swear, and from everything from the world of hot, this has been The Swear Word.